Written communications. Composing correspondence. Correspondence reflects standards of the medical office. Writing tips. Your letter should achieve the purpose the author intended. Follow the style or format determined by your provider or your employer. Organize your key points. Establish a tone of voice. Use language that the reader will understand. You probably will not want to use medical jargon. Your sentences should be short and contain one thought. Your spelling must be accurate. Many words are not formatted to the computer, especially medical terms. Use caution when you're using the spell check. You may want to have an old-fashioned dictionary near you. Proofread at least 2 or 3 times. Component parts of a business letter. You have the date line, the inside address. This is to whom the letter is going to. Salutation, which is the greeting. Your subject line, what the letter is about. The body of the letter. The complimentary closing, which can include sincerely, truly, regards. Your keyed signature. This is the typed name of the person who wrote the letter. Reference initials. Initials of who dictated it in capitals and the person who typed it in lowercase. An example would be TH/BD. An enclosure notation. This is to indicate that there should be an additional materials with the letter. Maybe a copy notation indicates that the letter also went to another person. Maybe an afterthought, which is postscript. And if you have more than one page, a continuation page. Now, not all letters have all these components to them. Some letter styles. You want to create a portfolio or a database for frequently used letter forms in your office, such as thank you letters, announcements, orders, reminders. Some letter styles. We have full block. This is the most time efficient for the ambulatory care setting because the medical assistant does not have to use excessive motion to tab indentations or place the address and complimentary closing or keyed signature. When using the full block, all the lines are flushed with the left margin. We have modified block. All elements start at the left margin except for the date, the complimentary closing, and the keyed signature. And we have simplified, which has no salutation or complimentary closing. The subject line and keyed signature are all in uppercase. Supplies for written communication. You want to have letterhead. This is generally chosen by the provider or the practice. It has the name of the practice, the address, the telephone number, the fax number, and the email. You should always have a second sheet, which is the same stock as the letterhead. Envelopes. Optical Character Reader. OCR. The United States Postal Service suggests that addresses on letters mailed need to be machine printed, right, uniform to the left margin. It should be formatted in a way that the OCR, the optical character reader, can recognize the information and find a match to the address. Some general standards for addressing an envelope. I'm going to eliminate all punctuation in an envelope addressed with the exception of the hyphen in the zip +4. Leave a minimum of 1 space between the city name and 2-character state abbreviation and the zip +4. The optical character reader can read upper and lowercase lettering. Types of envelopes: 6 3/4, 10-inch, and 7-inch. Mail merge lets you create form letters, envelopes, and mailing labels using data from a data source. You would use this feature when you're sending mailings to your client base. Other types of correspondence: memorandums or memos. This is used when sending a quick message out to the office or to other offices. Meeting agendas list the specific items that a group plans to discuss in a meeting. Meeting minutes, a written record of what transpired during a meeting. Processing incoming and outgoing mail. Incoming mail and shipments. You always want to stamp and date the date it was received. Ensure that all contents are removed from the envelope. Attach the letter to the envelope with a paper clip. When processing outgoing mail and shipments, Before placing postage on an outgoing mail, you always want to weigh the item. Postal classes. Check with your local post office to determine changes in postal classes and anticipate delivery turnaround time to specific destinations. Some common postal classes are first class, periodical class, standard mail, bulk mail, parcel post, priority mail, registered mail, express mail.